So I wanted to do this video because I walked into a woman yesterday who's just really distraught in life. And it's really sad to see this. It's really sad to see this. And unfortunate. And so I know a lot of people are feeling like this. It's not just this one person, but so yeah, it was just like in the store and she turned around and I was right there. It was unexpected. She didn't know that I was there and I was like too close to her and she like had this panic. She had 2 masks on, gloves on, and I'm just like, it's okay. It's okay to get sick. It's okay to die. Why are people so afraid to die? This is what I feel like is really the ultimate discussion here is what is wrong with death? Why are we afraid to die? Why are people afraid to die? When we die, we are like reborn. It's like a rebirth. We go somewhere else. We are immortal beings. We go to the next place. Or we come back. We come back into this density. We come back to do it all over again because we didn't learn the first time. I mean, that's what it is. It's the lesson. What is the lesson? You came here to learn. We came here to learn what it's like to live in polarity consciousness with emotions. So ask yourself, why are you afraid? Why are you afraid to die? There's no reason. When we die, our lives begin. That's how I see it. And that's what I ultimately believe. So I guess it just depends on what your beliefs are. But, we are the human experiment. We came here to be an experiment within this duality. And how do we master this? How do we master this polarity consciousness? How do we evolve from it? And the answer is, it's a simple answer, but it's a lot of work. And that's the thing is a lot of people don't want to do the work. They refuse it. And it's because we were programmed. That's all by design. We were programmed to ignore the work, the dark, the shadow. Just live in the shadow, be the shadow, pretend it's not there, all love and light. And that's not how life is. Again, we're in the duality. So we have to face the dark, we have to face the shadow in our power, while we stand in our power. And what is our power? Our power is our divinity, our divine creation. We are creators. We are artists. We create, we make. And then of course there's the destruction part, create and destroy, that's the duality. But the creation part is the power. That's where our power lies. That's how we were born. That's how we got here. We got here because we were born through that light, through that creation. So how do we stand in that power in this dark, in the shadow? Be the light in the shadow. Be one with it. And that's where we come into unity consciousness, 5D consciousness. It's a unifying. And so we need to learn how to come into a neutral space without being polarized. The polarity is the 4D. The 3D is the dense, low vibrational frequencies of guilt, shame, fear, anger, violence. We are letting go of that. That reality was a construct. yes, there is a lot of density here. I'm here. I'm 3D. This tree's 3D. But all of the energies that were created to hold us down within it are dense and they're low and they trap us. But when we learn to shift out of that and come into the neutral space, face our shadows, detach from the emotions, because that's the sweet spot. It's okay, I understand what you're saying, but how do I do it? It's you have to detach from the emotions. Detach from the experience. Detach. Honor those emotions. They are real. They exist. For us, for our ancestors. But once we detach, we then can move on. We can grow. We can come into that neutral space and not be polarized by the emotions. We won't be polarized by the duality. We will become in a neutral space, and that is unity consciousness, one love, infinite abundance, unconditional love. Loving regardless, sending compassion. We've been programmed. Have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for those around you. And once we come into this space and let go of the emotional attachments, that's where we go. We come into the 5D. But let's talk about those emotions. How do we detach? We detach by honoring them and being in that moment of emotion, the inner child, connecting with those emotions, honoring them, and then letting go and saying, okay, I honored it, it's there, I'm crying, I'm releasing. We're crying, we are crying, we are releasing. And then we move on. You say goodbye. It's letting go. Having no attachments to these emotions, to the density, to superficial items, to superficial ideas, to our superficial selves. Identifying with the past. Oh, well, that's my identity. That's my heritage. That's my family. We know, and that's okay. But we have to detach. You have to detach if you want to shift. Otherwise, you become weighed down in this density. And when you're weighed down in the density of all these low vibrational energies, fear, guilt, shame, violence, anger, then you get sick. Because sickness comes with that vibration. It's all quantum energy. And if you want to be sick, then you stay in those frequencies. If you don't want to be sick and you want to rise above it, then you have to let go, let up, release. And the only way this can happen for the world is when we do it on an individual level. I can't make anybody else do the work. I cannot help anyone else be healed. I can guide you through the healing process. That is what I do. I am a guide. I will show you how to do it. I will guide you. I will support you. But you have to do the work. And then honor that. And allow yourself to do it. Tell yourself that you are able, you are capable of doing the work. And then you do it. You have a guide. They guide you. They support you. They help you understand the processing. And then it's done. And you shift into the next level. It's a dimensional frequency. We are multi-dimensional beings. We don't just live here within this duality, within this realm, this third dimensional realm. We are spiritual creatures. Detach. Figure out how to detach.